So, like you can see, normally my dear colleague Professor Habel should join me, but unfortunately she was not able to come to Berlin today, so you're going to see her in a video in a second. What is it all about? It's about combining the strategy of internationalization in any kind of university with the tool of virtual reality. And as for that, I would like to show you a short video, which is going to take like 4 minutes.
Hallo meine Damen und Herren, ich bin Ute Habel, Prorektorin für Internationales an der RWTH Aachen. Und ich heiße Sie herzlich willkommen und möchte Ihnen jetzt gerne die Repräsentanz der RWTH in der virtuellen Welt vorstellen. Und ich möchte Sie mitnehmen in diese virtuelle Welt und Ihnen zeigen, was man damit alles Tolles und Spannendes machen kann.
Virtual rather than physical mobility is an important building block to implement the sustainability mission statement of RWTH Aachen University. With this in mind, the university has created a VR representation in the metaverse to allow students and researchers from anywhere in the world to tour RWTH Aachen virtually. All you need to get started is access to a Wi-Fi network and any pair of VR glasses. Alternatively, you can download the freely available Windows version of the software onto your PC. The VR representation allows you to interact and navigate with the help of avatars that you can design yourself. With your VR identity, you will experience a 3D world that replicates the campus grounds around the main building. There are 10 information panels in this campus area. One for each of the 9 different faculties and a 10th one to showcase matters relevant for the entire university, such as the sustainability mission statement. At each of these panels, you will find important information in the form of videos, web pages, and specific material on 2 research and teaching topics. By entering your mail address, you can have this information sent from the metaverse directly to your PC. Within the VR representation, you are free to connect and communicate with other avatars present in the representation. In addition to the informational materials, 360-degree videos are available to give you a glimpse into university life in the lecture halls, libraries and cafeterias. At special times, you even have the opportunity to hold a private conversation with the rector of RWTH Aachen University, the vice rector for Internationalisation, or the vice rector for teaching. These 3 members of the rectorate are then available via their individual avatars to answer your questions while sitting in their own offices.
I'm planning to take software engineering at RWTH Aachen University.
Oh, that is a great choice. I think we're very famous for studying engineering at RWTH Aachen. So I think you have chosen the best university
to get into this field of research and training.
Should I tell you more about RWTH Aachen and certainly also studying engineering here?
Of course, I would love to. Why not?
And we can use here the virtual world because we have a lot of information provided for you on our university.
And I can tell you more about the field that you're going to study, but also about life at the university and more about RWTH campus and the other faculties that are here.
The VR representation is based on the developments of the MyScore project, which was commissioned by the German Academic Exchange Service with funding from the Federal Ministry of Education and Research. The software developed for avatar-based teaching and learning is available as an open-source solution. RWTH Aachen University will increasingly use this VR tool to provide students and researchers around the world with low threshold and resource-efficient access to information on study programs and research opportunities at the university, while reducing the need for costly and CO2-intensive travel.
Of what combination of virtual reality and internationalization strategy is all about. I had the chance to present our software at 1300 over here, so maybe just a comment, this was done with the software I presented earlier on, and this is available for all of you from now on. So just feel free to switch off RWTH Aachen University and have a 3D building of your hometown university, use it, and I will inform you about that in a minute. So, but maybe I'm an engineer. We're not doing anything without any kind of purpose. We would like to tackle things. And what are the things we would like to tackle? What are the main advantages of using such a representation? First of all, virtual mobility. Like said already in the talk before, I think in the near future we have to get rid of going places to join a conference, because that's way too CO2 emissions. And we need virtual mobility. We need students to go places where they find the best quality education that they would love to have, without cost, without the use of time, and without the use of CO2 emission. And that's why we are using virtual reality for that. Because as well as students, as well as lecturers, teachers from all over the world, they can join in any kind of session. And they are going to reduce time. For example, yesterday it took me 6.5 hours to go from Cologne to Berlin due to this issue with the train stations that we're having in Germany. Bad luck, you can tell it, or waste of time. And it's going to have an individual carbon footprint. And if we're using these techniques like Zoom sessions or things like that, it is said that they are going to consume around about 180 grams of CO2 just for 1 hour. Assume what I can do with 100 grams of CO2 emissions. I can drive 1.5 kilometers. It won't bring me to the next train station from here. And if I would use the airplane, it will only take me 0.85 kilometers. That's something we have to face on. We are talking about sustainability in universities, but we're definitely not doing anything against it or for that situation. And as for that, I think, at least my personal idea is, why not use these techniques, because they are there. Is that already good enough? No, for sure not. We do have optimal recruitment and addressing of international students. Why? Because focus on students who run out of money, who don't have the money to come to Aachen to, let's say, buy in on quality education. What do they have as an opportunity? None. But if they have access to Wi-Fi, if they can either spare money for buying a VR headset, which is kind of expensive for them, but if they're using our PC version for that, for the virtual reality software, they can use it. And no problem. And with that, we think we can address a huge different type of students that nowadays we are not reaching at all. And that's an optimal recruitment measurement. We think it is way more, please.
May I ask, how do you finance this global possibility for students to participate in?
At the moment, this is done by the project MyScore from DAAD. We'll find another financing situation for that. Money is not an issue in that. We think it's way more emotional to go to places and really see how they look like, and not giving them any kind of PDF document, not showing them any kind of two-dimensional websites, which are nice, but even nicer to go places, to see things in reality. So it's a tool to better convey the attractiveness of our university. It's going to raise the attractiveness, at least that's what we're thinking. And it's a dynamic tool that can easily and constantly be updated, because normally if you print a PDF document the way it has been printed, it's outdated. It's a waste of time and a waste of money again, from my perspective. And with that, like you have heard, we have 10 different booths in there, 9 for the faculty. And as soon as the faculty is going to tell us, oh, we have a new brilliant video on whatsoever, we can incorporate that directly. And this system is running 24/7. You can enter then there whenever you would like to do so. So there are no issues with time zones and things like that. Just go there. If there's someone to discuss with you, fine. If you're alone, okay, go there and see the opportunities. We're using it in case that we have international contacts, if there are research cooperations, if we have to show, let's say, the best pictures, if we have to do some advertising for our universities, if we have delegation visits. And it's information provision, like said already, around the clock. It's there 24/7. Without the need of anyone taking care of that. The system is running, it's running on our computers. We're offering the software for free as open source. We're offering these scenarios as open educational resources in the sense of the UNESCO. We are offering the use of a dedicated server at our university. What you need is a Wi-Fi access point and either a headset or the download of our software. A large sentence contributes to our internationalization strategy in the areas of digitalization, capacity building, marketing, recruiting, and human resources, welcome culture and integrated services, and offshore activities. That was what my colleague Habel told me to present. All of these points have to be pinpointed in this internationalization strategy. Like said, the DAAD and us are offering this software for free as open source because I'm convinced whatever you're going to use and offer in universities, like the lady just told us, has to be open source. If you stick to Google, Amazon, and other companies, by the end of the day, they will make it, and they will get some money for that. And I'm very much convinced we're using public money, we're using the funding from the BMBF in Germany, and I rather like the idea of the Americans. As soon as public money is entering the game, what comes out has to be open source. And only VR is going to make it a success unless this is offered as open source software. So with that, advertising comes. Maybe I ask you to deliver that because, like said, this MyScore project is going to be financed until the end of the year. And if you would love to maybe try what this software is all about, because this is just a presentation and I can tell you things and maybe it's not working like that in reality, try find it out. The DAAD, the GATE Germany conference, where this software is going to be presented in the end of the year for the first time, they are going to offer in January a workshop. So if you think my university might be interested to test it, then Ms. Michels and I in January are going to explain to you, okay, what do you need? What are the facts and figures? What do you have to do to make use of this software? Is it costly? No. What do you have to do? Maybe let's focus on that in January. And there's more info on that. If you use your mobile on the QR code of these slides that have been given to you right now, you will find the information of the DAAD of this workshop in January. And there is also going to be a publication. Unfortunately, it has not been finished for today. We would love to have offered you this, publication tool. And in there, an official organization who was hired by the DAAD, they somehow set the journey from the beginning. When we started, what were the ideas, what did we change during the situation, how did we enhance the project, and how did we come to a final end. That's already what I would like to present you. Feel free to use our slides if they are offered in the internet, because we are loving to do Creative Commons licenses. And with that, thank you very much for your attention, and I would be glad to answer any of your questions. Thanks.